How you doing today? I'm Greg and welcome to today's video. So I was just in the mood for a road trip, and so I drove off into the western deserts of Utah, and I ended up driving probably close to 100 miles today, and I wanted to go down and visit the birthplace of my mom down in a little ghost town called Silver City. It's an old mining town and it's been abandoned for a long time. So I thought I'd take you along for the ride today. Let's go! I just pulled over for a few minutes and I saw all of that tire debris on the road, and I think I'm gonna wait till the traffic clears and then I'm gonna go move that stuff out of the way. It's just a hazard for cars. I decided to jump in the truck and take a little Sunday afternoon drive, and I'm headed down to the place where my mom was born. It's a ghost town now, but it's called Silver City, Utah. It's an old mining town, and I am just driving out in the west deserts of Utah, and I'm going through some little tiny community. I'm not even sure what it is. It's important to the people that live here, though. Woo! Can you smell that? There's a skunk around here somewhere. Well, there's some history. The old Pony Express Trail, the original route. Amazing history. The stories that could be told down that old trail. And there's Little Red, my faithful little truck. We've had a few adventures together. Right out there, if you can see that dust getting turned up on that dirt road out there, that's Pony Express Trail out there. Pretty barren country. And we're headed north on Highway 73 for just a little ways, and then we're gonna turn back south and head down towards Eureka, and then Silver City's just a little further than that. But we've got about an hour drive, and it's already 5 o'clock. My headlights aren't working, so I've got to be back home by the time darkness hits. So we'll see what kind of adventure we can come up with. I love driving when there's just not another soul on the road. It is heavenly. Got the sun coming in. I remember when I started driving and my knees would sit in the sun and get tanned in my Levi short pants. Well, now I just have Kmart shorts. I'm on my own. There are no services out here in Rush Valley, and this is the first time I've ever been out this far, but there's something really kind of cool and fun about venturing places where you've never been before, even though I've got a paved road and a car and water and treats. Just liberating and free about travel and driving. So there's that. I'm just about the only car on the road. We just passed a couple of vehicles back there, but as far as I can see ahead of me, there's just nothing. I'm excited about that. I love driving when there's no traffic. We are just coming up to the little town of Vernon, Utah. Just stopped at the Silver Sage convenience store. Hey! And if you need worms for your fishing adventure, there they are right there. They've got them. Oh, I'm gonna slow down here. Half the road is paved. Oh. I just waved that car on. because I don't like to have cars just hugging my bumper when I'm driving. I just want to go the speed I want to go. I picked me up some bit of honey. Those are one of my favorite candies from my childhood. Now they come in a bag. They used to come in kind of a little flat pack, and you'd have to break them out of this wax paper, each little piece. There are so many beautiful cedar trees on either side of the road. I am loving this stretch of the highway. I'm looking at the clock and it is after 6. I don't have working headlights in this truck, and so I'm going to need to be home by dark, but that probably isn't till probably 8:45 or so. So I've got a little bit of time still. But this is a pretty area out here. I mean, it's out in the middle of nowhere, but there are cedar trees all over the place, and it's quite picturesque. But I'm enjoying this drive. I could be sitting at home doing nothing, watching TV, or I could just be out having some experiences, and I choose the latter. We're now in Juab County, and that's where Mom was born. Well, let's see, Silver City. I think it's off to the right there. I do not want to hit that truck. They're just beautiful views everywhere you look. Looks like some old grain elevators. Okay, Eureka to the left and Silver City to the right. There's Silver City, right there. Quality of road just changed. It's still paved, kind of. Now this is an old ghost town, so there's really nothing here. In its heyday, there were, I think 1,500 residents. We may be just about to the end of the road here. You can see the tailings up on the side of the mountain. And that belongs to the Dragon Mine. It's an active, working mine. So we will let them do their thing. You can see up on the side of the hill, right up in here, some old structures. Don't know what those would have been. And then there's more of the mine tailings up there. I think I'll just pull over by this shed here. Here we are at Silver City, and we were up here a few years ago, and we had a big Johnson family reunion, and I think we're parked right in this meadow. We put a canopy up, and we just were out here for a couple hours, and we just told stories and learned a little bit about the little town here of Silver City. Very peaceful place. You can hear birds that are right over in those trees over there. And they've got a little song. I ran over that barbed wire when I was coming in. Hopefully the barbs are small enough they're not going to puncture my tire. We've got some building over there. I don't know what it says, but take a little peek. All right. I wanted to come up to Silver City today and just talk a little bit about the spot where my mom and my grandmother, her mom, both entered into this world. Just to give you a little history of this former town. In 1869, a cowboy prospector by the name of George Rust discovered an old Indian silver mine, and word got out there was silver to be had here, and prospectors came in. By 1899, Silver City had reached a population of 800 people. But in 1902, a devastating fire swept through the town and destroyed quite a bit of it. And the mines also began to fill with water. That is a problem. Well, in 1907, Jesse Knight, who had made his fortune in mining, established another mine here, the Utah Ore Mining Company, I believe it was called. And he brought in another line of the railroad, and investment came in, and by 1908 it had surged, and there was a population of 1,500 people. Jesse ended up building over 100 homes out through this area. They had hotels, and they had restaurants, and assay offices, and other vital businesses for a town to operate. But silver began to drop, and there were other places that were doing better. And by 1912, the population had gone from 1,500 down to about 300 people. And by 1930, there were about 111 inhabitants here. 3 years later, Mom was born right here. Anyway, that's just a quick little overview. Today it's just a ghost town. There's nothing out here. We'll get some pictures and go from there. Mom, thinking of you today. Love you. Well, there are some residents still here. A bunch of ants. I wonder if he eats ants. Could be an epic showdown. Boy, those ants really go for him. He's out of here. Mom, that was fun. Oh, I'm walking a road that it's very possible that you walked when you were just young, and it's been good to think about you, and I feel like I'm kind of near you at the moment. So that's the journey we took today, and thank you for coming along. You know, it's interesting, Silver City is a mining town, and it's not even here anymore. But the thing that was mined from this area that means more than anything were my mother and my grandmother, two glorious women. So if you enjoyed the content, go ahead and give it a like and consider subscribing and come along for other adventures that we'll have. Anyway, have a wonderful day and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.